For most passengers, the thought of a plane losing an engine is terrifying. It sounds like something straight out of a disaster movie. But in reality, it's one of the most planned-for events in all of aviation. Modern commercial aircraft are designed, certified, and flown with the absolute assumption that an engine can fail and that the flight will still end safely. So, what actually happens when an engine goes quiet mid-flight? First, a loss of engine power is detected almost instantly. Pilots don't just rely on sound or a strange vibration. The aircraft systems are constantly monitoring every part of the engine's performance. The very moment something is wrong, a loss of thrust, an abnormal temperature, or a pressure change alerts flash across the cockpit displays. At the same time, the aircraft begins to react automatically. The remaining engines compensate by increasing their power. The plane does not suddenly fall out of the sky. It doesn't even start to descend uncontrollably. Even with one engine out, a commercial jet can continue flying, climbing, and maneuvering with complete safety. Inside the cockpit, it's all about procedure. There's no panic, no improvisation. The pilot's roles are clearly defined. One pilot focuses entirely on flying the aircraft, maintaining control and stability. The other pilot manages the systems, runs through specific checklists, and communicates with air traffic control. Their first task is to confirm the failure. Not every warning means the engine is completely lost. It could be a faulty sensor or just a temporary anomaly. Checklists guide them through a diagnostic process to identify the exact problem and ensure the correct response. If the engine is confirmed to be inoperative, it's secured. The fuel supply to that engine is cut off and it's shut down in a controlled, methodical way. This prevents any further damage and also reduces drag on the aircraft. From this point on, the plane is flying exactly as it was designed to fly in this very scenario. Commercial jets, especially twin-engine aircraft, are certified to take off, climb, cruise, and land safely with one engine completely out of action. In fact, regulators demand that a plane can handle an engine failure at the most critical moment imaginable, right after takeoff, and still perform safely. For the passengers, the experience is often surprisingly subtle. You might notice the flight getting a bit quieter or feeling slightly asymmetrical. The pilot might initiate a gentle turn or a gradual change in altitude. But there is no sudden dive, no dramatic loss of control. The most significant change is the strategic decision the pilots now have to make: continue to the destination or divert. They'll consider factors like the plane's altitude, the weather, its weight, the terrain below, and the distance to suitable airports. In most cases, the decision is to divert to the nearest appropriate airport and land normally. As a precaution, emergency services might be on standby, but this is standard procedure, not a sign of imminent danger. This is where training is everything. Pilots practice engine failures over and over again in hyper-realistic simulators. They drill these scenarios far more often than they will ever experience one in real life. These simulations are deliberately designed to be more difficult than reality, throwing in challenges like bad weather, heavy aircraft, night conditions, and complex airport approaches. By the time a real engine failure happens, the entire process feels familiar and manageable. It's also crucial to remember just how rare these events are. Modern jet engines are marvels of engineering, among the most reliable machines ever built. Losing an engine in flight is infinitely less dramatic than the movies suggest and far more routine than you might think. Even when you look at historic incidents, the overwhelming majority of planes that lose an engine land safely, without any injuries and often without passengers even realizing the full extent of what happened. The entire aviation system is built around the concept of redundancy. Multiple engines, backup electrical and hydraulic systems, multiple pilots, multiple layers of safety checks. Nothing depends on a single component working perfectly. So, when a plane does lose an engine, the story isn't one of crisis. It's a story of incredible design, meticulous preparation, and calm, professional execution. Flying doesn't rely on perfection. It relies on planning for failure and mastering it. If you enjoyed this look into aviation safety, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. Let me know in the comments which aviation scenario you'd like me to explain next. Thanks for watching.